Good evening, my YouTube friends. We're going to take a mountain bike ride here in town. This is the way I kind of stay in shape to go mountain biking. And then as I'm riding around town, we'll get started here in just a minute, I find things to do around town to try to help sharpen my skills out riding. And one of them is like come into a parking lot like this and ride a line. See how well I can ride a line and stay on it. Because I've not rode any skinnies yet. Not had the nerve to, but I'm trying to see how well I can ride a line. And that helps with just regular trail riding. It's just to ride a line. Not too bad. Now today, I haven't ridden my bike since last Wednesday. So today's going to be kind of, I don't know if you call it an endurance ride, but it's going to be get up some speed and just maintain a speed. Now when I'm riding in town, I got a blinking light on the front, I got a blinking light on the back. I'm also checking my camera angle to see how well it does, how I need to play with it. I'm using the Max Lens 2.0. I'm going to see if I want to use that or just use a wide angle. I'm riding Specialized Levo Carbon, the Expert model series. I've done some upgrades on it. It was what was available when I went shopping. Plus I got it half price. And then been able to do the Bluetooth shifting, the Bluetooth dropper post. I've upgraded the brakes to XTs, but I want to take the camera when I go mountain biking off-road. So I'm going to play with it riding around town. So I've got a regular loop right here that I ride. It's about 9 miles. I'm just kind of warming myself up right now. In October of 2023, I had a full knee replacement. And January 10th, I had wrist surgery because I fell and broke my wrist, and really severely. And it's going to cause me problems the rest of my life, but I am alive. But I just getting myself kind of warmed up, and then we're going to hit some hills. But I mountained a bike really a lot back in the 90s. I've still got my mountain bike. It was a GT Zascar. And the way this come about, and I don't know if the audio is going to be any good with, I don't have any kind of windscreen on. And that's one of the things I wanted to play with to see how the audio was going to be. All right, here's our first hill. I'm riding in my low level, the Eco. Well, this is a pretty good little climb right here. Now sometimes when I get up to a crossroad, this is a really busy one, I might kick it up into trail or boost if I need to get across the road real quick. Looks like we're pretty good. Whew. Feel them legs burn. I can tell it's been since Wednesday. Oh. I probably will have to come up with some kind of foam to go over my microphone. Here's a climb here. This is the way I kind of stay in shape to be ready to trail ride, because all of the trails are about an hour plus. The closest trails to me are a little over an hour and a half that I go to kind of regular. I'm wanting to stretch on out and go off to some further ones. Now time to rest. Good downhill. All right, another climb. Kind of how I got started back into bicycling and why I wound up with an e-bike was this. Whew, let me get my breath. Climbing this hill. I can tell I haven't been on here since Wednesday, man. Legs are burning now, but I like it. I'm 62 years old, be 63 here in a few months. I hope I can do this till I'm 80 plus. I plan on going to the last quarter of my life in full gear, wide open, good shape. It's a good little climb, long. Just a long, steady climb. Maybe I'll be able to tell you how I got back into it, why. Whew. I'll have a good flat section coming up in a little while. I can tell you then. I got my back shock locked out into firm, and this will be a big climb right here. But you got to do this, or if you do, for me, to stay in shape, to really enjoy trail riding, and to be able to get up some speed and climb the climbs. And just because I bought an e-bike don't mean I'm going to let it do all the work. This is a long uphill. Now I stay in economy, eco, whatever you want to call it, in the low range. So it's helping the least. Pump, pump, pump. Whew. Ooh, down another gear. Man, them legs are burning. Oh, we're almost there. Oh. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Yeah. Did it. It ain't gonna whip me. Whew. Alright. Time to rest. Whew. Long downhill. I ride my brakes pretty good here. I don't want it to get taken off. We're going to incorporate right here a sidewalk. This is just a cool little sidewalk. I don't do much jumping because of my wrist. It's in such bad shape. My knees not supposed to be jumped on, running. Bicycling's good for it. It's not severe and rough. That's why I went full suspension. If you were a jumper, that was a good spot right there. Now we gotta slow down right here. There's another cross street. We look good. I love that dropper post, man. That's the deal. So I'm gonna video this with that Max Lens 2.0 on it. And then I'm gonna do a ride in the next couple of days with just the wide view and then super view. And just see what I like. So I'll upload this video more than likely, unless the sound quality is just terrible. See how the wind distorts it. I've got external mics, but really didn't want to wear one. I did forget to put a little bit of air in my tires because I'd let them down Wednesday when I went trail riding. I didn't have them pumped up as tight, make it a little smoother on me. I didn't let much out, just a little. I forgot to tighten them back up. Coming off of a curb right here. Ooh-wee. Uphill we go. I don't think I do too bad for a 62-plus-year-old. Who knows? I don't have anybody to compare it with. Oh man. A good climb. I'm just gonna come behind you.
Hey there, how you doing?
Good, thank you. Didn't want to startle her. Sneaking up on her. Got to get down below this tree. Sidewalks of the past. Maybe we turn up here. Now I'm gonna get me a drink of water right here. Maybe I can tell you about getting back into mountain biking. Love that dropper post. That's good. All right, here we go. All right, in March of 23, my knee had just gone as far as it can go. So I went in to see a doctor. He told me how bad my knee was. You're gonna have to have it replaced pretty soon. Because I was in pain and it was knocking and falling out of joint and stuff. And he gave me shots in it to try to help me get through for a little while. So he told me, you know, you're gonna have to have it this fall. He said, now I can tell you the best shape you can get your body in, the better you'll come through that surgery. So I went to lifting some weights. I got my old Zas car down, cleaned it off, took it to the shop to have it serviced, have it adjusted, I tried to ride it before I did that, and it was just not going to go. The gears just wouldn't shift good, and it was jumping gears. It was a mess. So I took it in, had it serviced, brought it back. It was no better. So I took it to another shop. They worked on it. I brought it back. It was no better. So I went back to the last shop, talked to them about new parts and all of this, and they said the bike's just wore out and it's too old. It's, you know, from the 90s. We can't get you parts. Okay. So I told my wife I was going to get me a new bike. She said, you need to get an e-bike. And I said, I don't want an e-bike. I want a regular bike, mountain bike. She was like, no, you need an e-bike. You're 60 years old, 62, 2 then. Getting ready to have knee surgery. You need an e-bike. Okay. So I go to looking, and I went to a local shop a few miles from here, down in Hopkinsville, called Bikes and More. And he carried a couple brands, but he told me that he has the better luck out of Specialized. He said, I just have a lot better luck with any kind of warranty issues, parts, etc. with Specialized, but I'll sell you whatever you want. So he had one of these, the Levo Carbon, and it was the Expert. I actually wanted an S-Works, but he just said, take me a little while to get you one. You can take this bike, and it's half price because it's a 22 model, and this is, then it was April, May of 23. And he said it's half price, and then you can put your parts on it you want to and make it a high-end bike, still not have a S-Works price bike. So I rode it around out. He had a grass field I could ride it in. I rode it, loved it, liked the e-bike, bought it. And then put the Bluetooth shifter, Bluetooth dropper post. Now, I didn't upgrade the brakes till just this year when I actually started off-roading, and I just didn't feel like I had enough brake. It's a heavy bike. So I upgraded them to XTs, Shimano XTs. I'm not sorry I got an e-bike, I love it. It gives me the ability to ride more. The other day I went to a trail that's 9 miles long. I rode it the first time around in Eco. Came back, rested a little bit, got a snack, drank some water. Hello. And was able to go again. And this time I rode it in trail, and I wanted to see how much faster I could ride it and harder. Still got a tremendous workout, but it gives me the ability to play with it like that. Hello. When I go to the LBL, the canal loop, it's got some pretty steep switchback turns that are uphill, so I can kick it up into turbo and climb them and not wear myself out, nor have to push. So I have no regrets buying the e-bike. Sometimes I come out here and ride and I'm tired, so I put it up in trail, and that helps me out more, but I'm able to still get a good ride in and a good workout, but the bike helping me more. So I love it. I would not go back. with my age and my knee condition, my wrist condition, I would not go back. I love riding a bicycle. Back when I started in the 90s mountain biking, I wished I knew how many miles was on that GT Zascar, because it's got a bunch. Alright, it's a pretty good little climb right here. It's a steady climb. It's long. Get them legs burning. Maybe there'll be some 60-plus-year-olds watch this, get inspired to start lifting weights, riding a bicycle. I dropped 30 pounds in 23 when I started working out to get myself in shape for knee surgery. I lost 30 pounds. Switch up to trail mode right here. I used to do a little jumping off of this stuff right here before my wrist got severed. Now this don't do too much anymore. This got screws in it. I don't need to tear it up. They told me if I tear it up, there ain't no fixing it. Had I tore it up too bad. I broke it, separated it, sprang it, tore the tendons, dislocated it, everything I could do, he said. This dirt's loose right here. I built these things right here just to have a little fun on. So I just do things like that to help my riding, you know, to break it up a little bit. A lot of times I'll spend more time there doing that 2 or 3 times. But since it's getting dark, a little bit of a climb right here. Not bad. I'm gotten warmed up now. My heart's gotten regulated, my breathing's got regulated. Well, I've caught the intersections good tonight. Most of the time I have to stop and wait on these busy streets. Now, a lot of times I'll ride 4 or 5 times a week. So a lot of times, just to break it up, I'll take one night and just mainly ride sidewalks. A lot of our sidewalks here are old, and they got humps and bumps and whatnot in them. Makes it fun. We're at 8.4, so we're getting close to my 9 miles. And we're close to back home. Oh, scared me to death. I had a problem out of dogs when I first started, but I kept riding. People saw it. They kind of started putting their dogs up. We're gonna cut across town right here and we'll be home.